Okay, now since you already watched the Access tutorial part 1, now I'm going to show you part 2, which is how to create a report. So how you create a report, you need to go to create. By the way, this is called ribbon, okay? Home ribbon, create ribbon, external ribbon, and database ribbon. Earlier we were here on the home ribbon, so when we're gonna create a report, we just go to create ribbon and then report wizard. Okay, I'm gonna click this report wizard. All right, here you need to be careful. Okay, since I already have two tables, so I'm gonna select one of the tables. Okay, you can choose music table or you can choose customer table. Don't choose the query. I haven't explained to you about query yet. So now I'm gonna choose customer table. Here I'm gonna select customer ID, customer first name, customer last name, and I wanna know the GPA, for example, and then I want to know their classification. Okay, you can select all of the fields if you like. Here I just select uh, the field name, maybe 5 of them. Okay, so here I choose customer ID, first name, last name, GPA, and classification. Okay, this one maybe is better to name it a student ID. I think it's better. But anyway, since we already typed customer ID, so I just want to be consistent with it. So you're gonna click next, click next, click next, click next. Okay, here, what title do you want for your report? Here you're gonna put customer information prepared by your name. Okay, by your name. Okay, customer information, and then you put prepare by your name. Okay, if your name John, then you put John. If your name Alexa, then you put Alexa. In this case, I'm gonna put my name there, Robert Ho. Okay, and then click finish. There we go. Now you can see that this is called the report. Okay, so you know how to create table, form, and a report. We can change this one also. I'm gonna close this. In case you want to modify this report, you can always go to report and then go to the design. Where is design? Here we go. The design here. You see that? Customer info prepared by Robert Ho. Here I can change it. For example, I can put a name here again. Let's say I want to change this to, I want to put additional STC there. I can just put there and then close it there. Okay. Yes. Okay. So if I double click that, you're going to put STC. Okay. Remember, view design is where is the, that is called the background of it. Okay. The design of that. And then view and the report view is the actual report view. Okay. As you can see that this GPA is not aligned with this. Okay. So we can fix this. Okay. How to fix this? We're going to go to view and design view again. Okay. Let me see how we can view this one. Okay. Perhaps we can do this one like this. Okay, how about that? Put it like this. You think that would be better? Because video is just not that much. So I'm gonna go to view, report view. Oh, it's too much there. So let's go to the design again. I think we need to have a little bit of that. Okay, we don't want to be too long, so I just gonna do like this, a little bit like that. Okay, so go to view and report view here. We can make some adjustment again if you like. Okay, but that is how we configure that. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better. Okay. There. Maybe this would looks a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so that is how you create a report. Okay, you can always make some changes if you like, but I want to move on to the next one here. Okay, how to show you how to do queries. Okay, let me show you how to do the first query here. Okay, I'm gonna go to view and design view. Okay, look here, I'm gonna choose customer ID, first name, last name, and the state that live in the state of New York. Okay, so if I run the query, you will see that. Okay, so this will show all the student or customer that live in the state of New York. So how you create a query on this? Okay, let me show you how to create a query. You're gonna go to create query in the design view. You see this query in the design, and then you're gonna run this customer, choose customer table. Okay, and then you're gonna choose customer ID, first name, last name, and then you put state. Okay, under state you're gonna choose NY. NY, that means it's New York. Okay, so you choose a customer table and then you select the fields that you want to have, and then you put criteria. When you run the query, this one on the top left hand corner, run the query, then it will show you here. Okay, here it show you query 5 because I already create the first query. But if I want to save this, I can save this file, save it as query 1A, for example. Since I already have one, so I'm gonna put this 1A. Okay, let's create query, right? So how do you know that? How do you determine which query that you want to put on the field name? Well, on the piece of paper, on the instruction how to create a database, you have an instruction that tell you what kind of query that you need to do. For example, display customer ID, first name, last name, and state, where the state is New York. So that's how you do that. Then you run the query. Okay, let me show you another query here. Okay, this is the second query from my previous one. Okay, let's double check what kind of query is this. All right, here you see this display customer ID, first name and last name, and GPA, where the GPA is greater than 3. Okay, that means GPA greater than 3. If you want to put less than 3, you just have to put less than 3 like that. Okay, so now if I run the query, run it, boom, there we go. You will see all the student or customer ID that have a GPA more than 3. So how you create the second query? Okay, so let me show it to you. You're going to go to create query in the design again. It's similar with the first query that we just did earlier. I'm going to create query in the design. You choose the customer table. In this case, I have two tables, right? So you gotta read the instruction which table that you want to do query. So you need to know how to create table very well before you do query. So in this case, I'm going to choose customer table, click add, and then I'm going to close this. I'm going to adjust this customer table so I can view it a little bit better. Now I'm going to choose customer ID, first name, last name, and then GPA. Okay, now on the GPA, I'm looking for a customer ID that is greater than 3. Okay, here. How do I do that? Under criteria, you're going to put greater than sign and put 3. Okay, so if I run the query, look what happened. Boom, there we go. You will see all the customer ID that is greater than 3. So now I'm going to close this. So by watching this video, I hope you have some kind of a good understanding how you create a database using Microsoft Access. If you don't have access, if you don't have Microsoft Access in your computer, I would suggest you go to the nearest campus of STC. In the library, their computer should have an Access database. Okay, so in some computer, you may not have Access program in it because if you purchase the basic of Office 2000, Microsoft Office, they may not include the Microsoft Access database. So check in your computer, see if you have the program. If not, please go to the nearest STC campus, whether it is West Laco campus, Starr County campus, or in Pecan campus. Okay, go to the library, they should have the Microsoft Access. So just to recap, you need to know how to create a table, create a query, form, and report. Okay, so now you need to close this, close everything, and then just to be sure, I will suggest you file save as again. Access will save all the object automatically. But I usually like to save it again to make sure that you have it. So you're gonna name this lab 1, and then you're gonna put your name, Robert. Okay. So that is basically how to create an Access database. Okay. All right. I hope that the student enjoy this Microsoft Access tutorial, and I hope also you already finished some of the Access tutorial 1 or 2 training in the SIMnet. Okay, so you have some kind of a background. Thank you for watching.